Welcome to Industry Scoop. I got my co-host Deontay.
In the building. What's up, baby?
This is show 89.
89?
It's a show 89. Can you believe it? Like,
wow.
Insane. Like, seriously insane. And this is an amazing show. Yeah. I'm so happy you're here.
I'm happy to be here. It's an honor to be here.
So, wait. Have you heard the new Lil Wayne? He been gone for like 10 years. Where he been?
Hiding out, man. And I'm glad they finally released it, man. I've been waiting on Carter 5 for ages.
Like, come on in, grab a seat,
Hey, what's up?
Wait, we gotta show him. Lil Wayne is back.
We got a little something.
We want to welcome him back.
Yes.
Right? And tell him that we glad he back. Cause I know
glad
he come with
back.
the fire.
He come with that fire.
Come on in, y'all sit down.
He's already viral already. His album dropped, and now we have a new challenge.
A new challenge. That's how people get viral now, through the challenges.
The challenges.
You into the challenges?
I am now.
All right, let's go. What's
here we go. Here go his song.
I don't know how to
right
dance. Okay.
Oh, and he got Swiss on it too.
D,
hit it with the shoulders.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Hey.
What a love.
Hey.
5, 4, 3, 2, I let one.
Hey, Billy. Hey, Billy. Hey, but they're killing it. People are killing this upward challenge, though, right?
These challenges. It's like that's how you got to get to number one. You think they be paying them? They be paying people?
Probably after a certain amount of views, maybe. But we gonna find out because I'm gonna come up with my own challenge in a minute.
What you gonna do?
I don't know. It's gonna be some kind of dance move.
It's gonna be some
some old school, some like maybe house party kind of flavor, kid and play kind of thing.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I'm down with
you gonna join me?
Yeah.
All right, we gonna figure it out with another song.
We gotta name it though.
We do. We're gonna find it. Y'all gonna know, and we gonna find it, and then y'all gonna do it too.
So, welcome. This is Industry Scoop. This is show 89. I got my boy Deontay Wyatt in the building.
Man.
Woo! Thank you so much.
I'm glad I'm here.
Show 89, and this is a special show for me.
Yeah.
A special show, and I'm so excited. We're gonna get into all of that, but let's talk about you for a second. Like, you are actor, y'all saw you a dancer, right? Content creator. You work at Tyler Perry Studios.
Yes.
You do theater. Like, you are a Renaissance man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. From Cali. You know, he repping Cali.
Hey, gotta rep, y'all. What's up? LA in the building. And the A holding it down.
Okay.
But yeah.
Calm down with the Cali.
No, okay. I'll try to list a little bit.
What's up? No, your resume is insane. Like, it's really, really crazy. I mean, I need your autograph right now, really. Like, thank you.
So don't get it now. No, just playing. Never. I mean, I've been doing it for so long. It's crazy, but I literally have been in this game for 20 years.
Wow. You don't even damn near look 20.
You feel me? But I've been at it since I was like 10, turning 11.
Yeah, you was like a kid actor.
Kid actor,
She had some like super duper, like amazing success.
Yes, man.
Took a break, moved to Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
What's up with Atlanta? You like Atlanta?
I love Atlanta. I've always loved Atlanta. I came to Atlanta for the first time when I was 16.
Oh.
And fell in love instantly. I think it's like the people, the vibe, the energy is
the
just
southern
different
hospitality.
Love it.
You know?
LA, I've been in different areas of LA. The hood,
okay.
Hollywood,
right.
The upper echelon of things, and you get a lot of different vibes and energy, but it still was nothing like Atlanta for me. So when I visited here that year, I knew I wanted to come here and go to school and just be here.
And now you back in the entertainment industry. And we're going to talk all throughout the show about different things that you got going on.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. This is show. So, like, all throughout the show now, Deontay, I need you to say 89 show. I'm going to say, what show is this?
89.
Like, can you believe we've been doing this for 89
That's crazy.
episodes?
89 episodes is
that's
crazy.
That's like 89 weeks. That's like...
I heard that, like, typically 3 is the mark.
That's
like,
what
if you make it
they
past
say.
3, but you at 89.
I know.
You done passing by 86.
And they've been supporting us every single week. So we talk to independent filmmakers, actors, artists, writers, directors, producers, like people coming up, people that want inspiration and information.
Well, this is the
and today, we about to give it to them today.
Hey, we about to give it to them now.
Right, the people on this show, the people on this show.
Fire.
Get y'all papers and pens out and we
take notes, people.
Right.
These people are well into their careers and it's on the up and the up and the mo up.
The mo up.
The mo up.
So wait, real quick, we want to get into a couple things that's going on in the world. Let's talk about Bill Cosby real quick. Last week was my kid show, so I couldn't talk about Bill Cosby.
Okay.
But this, what you think?
You know, it's tough. Like, hearing all the different stories, I just feel like I wish that people came out with this when it was actually happening versus waiting like so many years later, I just wonder why. What I mean,
but you know the thing with Trump that's happening right now, they say that a lot of women can't actually, well, you know, they're nervous, and a lot of different things go into why they don't, you know, tell immediately. So
yeah, and which is what I heard. So that's the other side of it. It's like I'm like,
two sides.
It's like both sides. I feel for the women who have endured that kind of experience, and I'm praying for them.
But it's still Dr. Huxtable.
No,
do you feel like we shouldn't like respect his name anymore or the legacy?
I don't. I think people are human. I think you know, I don't think it discredits what he's done for us in this industry and for the black community in this industry.
I agree.
I think everybody has demons and people deal with them in different ways, and some people you see it all the time and their business is in the limelight, and then some people they doing way worse things and you just don't hear about.
They putting Bill Cosby in jail.
He locked up. Bill Cosby locked up.
That's crazy. What you think? You think he's gonna be telling jokes in jail?
Nah, I don't know if he's gonna be telling no
Ain't
jokes.
nothing funny in jail.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
I hope they kind of like protect him though. I
feel like he's gonna have people that may be on his side a little bit, but there's gonna be a lot that are not. So they have to probably put him in what's it called?
Confinement or something?
No, yes.
Or quarantine
solitary confinement or something.
He is in the cell by himself.
He is in the cell by himself?
He gotta be.
Okay,
you know,
well, thank God.
Second day they had Jello on the lunch meat.
Oh my God, they already got jokes.
They petty.
They petty. Oh Lord! All right, but let's talk about real quick. Omari Hardwick. Yeah. So he was on social media the other day. He was out with his family, and somebody wanted to take a picture. A fan got out the car, was like running, "Oh Mario, ghost!" And he was like, "Playboy." That's his favorite word. We now know Playboy is his favorite Playboy.
Yeah.
I'm with my family.
Yeah.
I don't take pictures with my family.
Right.
What you think about that?
I respect it because we worked with Omari on Nobody's Fool at the studio a couple months ago.
Yes. Coming out soon.
Coming out soon, y'all, in November. Go check it out.
Right.
But he's the coolest, most humble dude in this industry. Obviously his grind has been like many others like us who, you know, it's up and down and up and down. Because
he's been doing this for a long time.
And
so
he
his success is warranted.
Right. Yeah. So I get it.
So do you think celebs have a responsibility to their fans? I mean,
that's tough. I feel like I'm the type to, you know, it's been times that I may have been noticed somewhere, and you know, I appreciate the love. So
tell us, like, what's your most notable project you worked on?
Most notable project would be Freedom Riders for me, co-starring with Hilary Swank.
That's crazy.
Oscar winner. Two-time Oscar winner.
Yeah, that's dope.
So you know, I took a lot of notes.
Yeah.
But that was the biggest for me. That's most notarized, and I still get people hitting me up on my like Instagram and things from like out the country. Cause I think they still show it a lot. They show a lot in school still.
Sure. You still getting the residual checks?
Yeah, Lord.
That residuals are serious.
Hey, it done came through for a bill or two a couple times. Didn't know where it's gonna come from. Thank you, Lord. You the man now.
I know, that's real. I know. Well, yeah, I get it.
I get you being out with your family. You just kind of want that moment and to enjoy that because he's busy. He's a hardworking man, and so it's hard to kind of still have that. But I mean, you find ways to learn how to deal with it, but I mean, you got to respect that. Like, I know I've never gone up to nobody asked for a picture, but I get it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel no kind of way.
Yeah, if he said no, like, don't harass him now. Now it's like harassment. Like, calm down, guys. Give him a minute and just like hit him on social media and be like, you hurt my feelings.
Social media is they
gangsters on social media.
We got some social media thugs, you know, and they gonna let you have it. If you do something wrong or you don't do something that they like, they gonna let you have it.
Oh my God, it's a curse and a blessing.
Yeah, at the same time.
All right, we gotta hurry up because we got an amazing show. So we're gonna go to our scoop soup. We gotta go. Can you do that movement? Very good. Okay, so a couple of movies and hot things that's coming up. You said your movie, Nobody's Fool.
Nobody's Fool.
So when does that come out?
That comes out November 2nd.
Okay, cool. With Tika Sumpter?
Tika Sumpter,
right, sweet.
Tiffany Haddish.
I worked on Ridealong, and she was in that.
Right.
So
yes.
that was amazing.
She's super sweet.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so Damon Wayans.
Okay.
You know he's the star of Lethal Weapon. So he's quitting Lethal Weapon in December.
What?
Yeah. He said he want to get back to the stage and find his smile. I'm confused though. These celebrities are not happy. D.
I
he got his own show.
Anytime.
You say that now.
I know, but no, it's real because, like I said, going from not being known that you can go to the mall, go get your hair cut, go do all these things when you are
on set 16 hours a day.
Every day, about 10 months out the year.
You know, what's your hours on set? They like what? How many hours?
Like 16 hours.
16 hours for real.
Average, yes.
It gets-
You just have time to go home, go to sleep,
And do it
come
all
right
over
back.
again.
Yes.
So for like 2-3 months, you have no life.
No life.
It must be hard for a woman.
A single mother.
We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
Right? That's
Yeah,
real.
facts.
All right.
But I get it. The theater, I love theater. You know, I grew up in theater, and I don't know. Sometimes
Well, he's gonna go back to the stage where he's stand up.
He's stand up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he probably want that energy, that immediate energy,
It's nothing like it.
that love.
It's nothing like it.
Yeah, I
It's
can
nothing
imagine.
like it.
You ever try stand up?
You know, I've been asked to. I'm like the funny guy. Like we at the dinner table, we at the family function, kind of funny. I don't know if I'm the funny like
on stage.
Hey guys, welcome. Well, hey. How y'all doing out there? I feel like I'll bomb every time. Like, I'm not that kind of funny.
All right. A Star is Born is coming out with Lady Gaga.
Yes.
You know what? I saw the trailer. Lady Gaga got some talent.
She was acting
Like,
down.
what?
I didn't even know it was her originally. When I
means she's doing a
saw
good
the trailer
job.
the first time, I did not know it was Lady Gaga.
So how do you feel about like entertainers or like singers crossing over to
Yeah.
acting? And that's happening all day long.
All day long.
Social media.
Yeah.
How
I
do
think
you
it's
feel?
I think it's amazing. I think it's I mean I wish it was easy for us actors to become singers and rappers and all that kind of stuff, but
Somebody
it's not.
was telling me they were in a audition. Two of them was in an audition with like major producers and directors, like major. You would know them if I mentioned their name. And one of them, had like 30,000 followers. One had like 1 million.
Yeah.
And the one that had 30,000 followers was actually more talented. It was a comedy, so he was funnier, all of that stuff. And they literally told him, "We can't book you because we need a little bit more social media."
I've been in that. I've been
You
in that
have?
position more than a couple times. I won't name the films, but there
Right.
were more than a couple films that I found out. My manager at the time kind of had an inside scoop on industry scoop, inside scoop. 89.
See that wordplay? Woo, woo! 89 lit over here.
89 lit. But I found out that it wasn't because I wasn't the best for the role, but my fan base wasn't as big as
Right.
this person, so they got it.
Right.
And I won't lie, when I kind of left the industry for a while, before Freedom Riders popped off, I was bitter.
Yeah.
I was like, man, it's not about your talent. It's not about,
That's the
'cause
thing.
I
Is
was
it about your
grinding
talent?
every day. I was in acting classes, everything, every day, nonstop.
Right.
From 10 years old to 18.
You're investing money.
Money, and I was
And it's not
broke.
even being worth it. It's not even being
Broke. Me
paid
and my
off.
mama tried to make it happen, and she, she was holding it down, but it was
Right.
tough. And so to not book roles off the strength of my family, I will get one if you put me in the project.
Right.
That's how I felt about it. but,
Right.
But literally, like you said, 30,000 versus 1 million.
Yeah.
And not
Because on their end, because I also am a producer. As a producer, I'm
Facts.
like,
Now, that's the other
yeah,
side of
I'm gonna
it.
need you to help me promote this sucker.
Yeah, we're trying to get that.
It's
green.
a two-edged sword. We'll talk to the producer.
Yeah, let's
when
talk
she
to the
comes
real
in.
producer.
Yeah. Okay, what else? The Hate You Gives comes out in select theaters tomorrow. That's super dope. And they're actually giving, letting kids in free
Oh.
on the 6th. So
Okay.
go online and
Didn't know
find
that.
out how you guys can get
Yeah.
in free and see the movie. That's dope.
That's dope.
Boomerang,
Yeah.
the series on
Ooh.
BET. The series. Wait, do we want to see the series though?
Playing Marcus Grant.
That's
Right.
the thing.
I would.
Because Eddie Murphy was the
Yeah, I don't know who come behind that.
Right.
I don't know who comes behind.
And one of
Murphy,
the one of the people they cast for that is also a social media star. Not the guy, but I'm just
Uh-huh.
saying one of the characters.
Well, that's a fact. I
So-
think that it's hard to go away from that now because they see it working.
Yeah.
And people are coming out. They're supporting their favorite social
Yeah.
media influencers, and so.
But
as long as they can
Boomerang-
act down, I'm
As
with
long
it.
as they can act. Audition if you get the role,
audition
cool.
And act
I
down
agree.
on it, then I have no problem.
Because you
I
do a
just
little bit
hate
of casting too, right? You in that
do a little
department.
bit. Just a little bit. Working in the producer's office of the studio. Mark Swinton handles a lot more of the kind of the creative side in the sense of not the writing. Mr. Perry writes everything, but the casting and making
Mr.
sure.
Perry really write everything?
Yo, literally.
I know you want to keep your job.
No. No, that is not it. Like, in all seriousness, this man writes everything. Everything
Wow.
you've ever seen, heard.
He really right.
He write
He
right. No exaggeration. Like,
Right.
I'm not even trying to. It ain't nothing about the man write everything, and it blows my
Dang,
mind.
It's a
the
lot in his
ideas
brain
that
gotta
he
get
come
out.
up with so
I respect
fast.
him though. I went to the studio for a meeting because they have
Okay.
other productions and stuff like that on the
Yeah,
lot,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
500 square lot, right? I was like, oh Jesus, that's a blessing.
Oh man,
You
absolutely.
can't, no matter what you got to say about, the whole
anything.
entity.
You gotta
respect
the fact that this man owns this land.
All right, Bad Boys for Life is coming and it's filming right here in ATL.
That's another. It's like the Carter 5. We've been waiting for a long time for the Bad Boys to come back.
Is it gonna be themed Atlanta or is it gonna be like Miami or
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll also talk to the producer about that.
Ah, yes.
How they come to Atlanta and no.
I mean, it would make sense. I mean, if you look at 1 and 2, the first one was LA, they did it. The second was Miami, and they were shot there. So,
but Atlanta's hot right now,
It's
so
popping.
you should want to be in the A.
I mean, shoot.
storyline.
It'll be a good.
think so.
I think the storyline could work. They'll find something to make it work. Make it work. Then put me.
But wait a
will
second,
audition.
what are they gonna be doing though? Are they gonna be running and really catching bad guys? Like they
I mean, he just not out of a helicopter for his
he sure
birthday.
did. He sure did.
At 50, he
You're
good.
right. Thank you, Steve. He sure did. Because I mean, Damon Wayans, he was like, I'm 58. Did he say I'm 58 or 48? I forgot what he said, but he was like, he's old, so he's tired.
Yeah.
So that's a real factor.
That's a real factor.
Like,
But not Will.
Will's 50. He's doing Kiki challenge.
Right.
I know.
On
right?
bridges, on
Yo,
top of roofs.
Will's the best thing that happened to IG.
Man, facts. I
Right?
love Will Smith. I've always loved Will Smith.
I have to. I do.
Years.
Okay. Will, you can come on Industry Scoop anytime you're in ATL.
Hey, anytime. Come on down. We gotcha.
Okay, last one before we get to our dope guests. Debbie Allen is starting a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Everyday. Well, it's called Everyday People.
Okay.
She's gonna be talking about like books and theater and art, films and
She's another one. Amazing.
yeah.
Her
But everybody got a
resume
podcast though.
Legit. Everybody has a
She'll make it past
podcast.
3.
Hey, and she make it past 3. She in the game. Hey, 89.
89.
Let's be clear.
Yo,
Huh?
you a dope co-host.
Hey, let's
you
be
know
clear,
you're
89.
Right. That's what's up. So I'm excited about the show.
Absolutely, me
I'm
too.
excited about all the things we're going to talk about. You're going to
Yes.
ask questions too. You got some questions, right?
Hey, I'm gonna come with questions.
Right.
I'm coming
right.
with
We got
I
some
always have
questions up in here. We got some questions.
Questions. Questions.
You guys, if y'all have questions, hit us up online too.
Yes.
We're on Facebook and we're on
IG.
Guys, we'll be right back. Don't
Yeah.
go anywhere. 89. All right. Hey guys, welcome back to Industry Scoop. D, what show is this?
89.
89.
89,
And we
let's
have
be
our first
clear.
amazing guest. I'm so excited. Sakina Brown. Woo!
Yeah.
So, costume designer, stylist,
Yes.
like everything you need to know how to look fly, you need to call you, right? You're like, I'll take it. What's up? Thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
I have been I've been like hitting her in her DMs like, Sakina, like whenever you have like a free Thursday, yeah, she's like, okay, let me check.
I'm here. I
You
made
are.
it.
She's here.
Yes, I'm
89,
so
she's here.
excited. 89. And you are working on a project that's right around the corner. So this was pretty cool.
Yes, my production office
Convenient.
is right around the corner.
Look.
Right? Girl, you always working.
Dipped in, dipped out. No one knows I'm here.
Okay, well, okay. Show them the show after.
Tell nobody else.
So, okay, let's get to know you because I know your work. And we're going to talk about all your amazing projects and all that kind of stuff. But where are you from?
I was born in Atlantic City, New Jersey, but I grew up in the Valley, right outside of LA.
Are you serious?
San Fernando Valley. I'm a Valley girl.
All right, whoop. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, do you give me Cali? A little bit. Like the whole vegan thing. You're vegan.
Oh my God! I just became vegan last year.
Oh, but okay. Did
Yes.
you say something?
So I moved here to go to college at 18, and I've been here.
What school you went to?
Clark, Atlanta.
Oh, that's
Clark.
my
That's
sister.
what's up.
Clark Atlanta, baby, is in the building.
Y'all produce serious, like,
don't
good
be playing.
production.
For real.
folks.
So,
Like,
yes.
Y'all know what
Yes.
y'all doing.
In my year, it was a lot of good people. DJ Drama,
Oh,
DJ Sense.
yeah.
Nice.
Music,
That's
it's a
what's
lot.
up.
Yeah.
So then you fell in love with Atlanta?
Yeah, I
Okay.
love Atlanta.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
the people.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what'd you go to school for? You knew you wanted to?
Mass media arts.
Whoa.
My concentration was radio, TV, film.
right.
So I knew I wanted to work in the industry. Did not know exactly what I wanted to do. So I went to go intern at Rainforest Films.
Okay.
My friend Terry Jingles actually referred me to Will and Rob.
Mm-hmm.
So I interned there for like 6 weeks or something.
Okay.
And then I got on my first movie, which was Trois.
Oh my goodness, classic.
Yeah.
But you got on your first movie right out of your internship as, costume?
No.
Oh.
It was bad. I was an office PA.
Okay.
Diane
Which is where we all
Ashford,
start, right?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Shout out to Diane.
She was my boss. She fired me.
What?
I got a slick mouth, everyone knows this. And Will made her hire me. He was like, come on, y'all, just work it out. So
Wait. So what, you was like...
I messed up the lunch
rude?
order. And it took me a long time to come back. And I was like, well, get your old damn lunch. Like, it's going to get messed up. I have 11 orders again. And she was like, you know what? You fight, like, just go. And Will was like, come on, D, like, give her another shot. And
Did you apologize?
I'm sure I did.
Yeah, okay.
But now Diane gives me a lot of work.
Right.
You would be like, what would you like? Okay, so tell us about like getting into costumes, because this is like a very specific area. Were you always like totally fly in high school?
I went through all my phases. I was very trendy, like whatever was on trend, like, it was super baggy clothes in high school. And I was actually on the news because it was like a big thing back then to wear like really baggy clothes. And I was on the news, and I was like, I mean, what? I'm fly. Like, what's the problem?
This is in Cali?
Yes, in Cali.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was terrible. I embarrassed my family. But then after my first project, I was like, I really want to do wardrobe. Like, I don't know how to get into it. So I just told everybody. I was like, I work my way up. I just want to get in costumes. I need to get on that trailer. And then
what was it about it? Like,
I love clothes. I love clothes. I love shopping. I love putting looks together. Like, that's just
so that's like the thing the criteria.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, costume design, a lot of people always say, oh, your job is so fun. You get to go shopping every day. And it's like, no. You have to tell a story through the clothes. Like, if a character gets on camera, you can look at them and say, oh, she's this type of person, or there needs to be like a transition in how they look from the beginning of the story into the end. So you're telling a story through the
But do
clothes.
you work with the producer or the director?
Definitely. If it's TV shows, I'm working with the showrunner. Movies, the director, the actors. So it's a lot of input, and I need to find the happy medium where we're all happy.
Right,
Yeah.
I can imagine, right?
Yeah.
Because the producers are thinking about the money.
Yeah, they're thinking, exactly. They're thinking about the money.
You do not need that Chanel bag. You could go to H&M.
They're thinking about the money, and I'm like, but this character is a multimillionaire.
Right. She gonna have this.
So
True.
I can't everything can't be cheap. We got to mix and match pieces. You got to get creative with it. But the way to fool people is the tailoring. If you can tailor something just right, it'll look like money. Tailoring is very important.
Gave y'all a nugget.
That's the skill.
She gave y'all the nugget.
So do you take anything from set?
Never. What?
Oh, okay. Tell me later.
No. No, I don't
Never.
do that.
No, one time you did. We worked on Ricky Smiley together, right?
Yes.
No. But you gave me some shoes for my daughter.
I did not do that. That was from my closet.
No,
That was
she
not
bought
from
it.
the shop.
She bought it from her own money.
Yes.
And you also have a daughter, right?
Yes.
See?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
She was gifting me something from her daughter, which...
Never hook me
Right. Hashtag, don't hook me up. She gonna tell everybody.
No, oh my God. But that was like the best Riley ever looked. I was like, can you come to our house in the morning, everyone?
Right.
I love dressing kids too.
Okay, so did you have something you wanted to ask?
What
Don't ask
do
me.
you feel, it's a hard question right here, what do you feel so far is your biggest accomplishment in this industry?
Honestly, it would have nothing to do with clothes. I feel like my best accomplishment, I love I'm very particular about who I hire in my department. Because you are stuck on a trailer, a 53-foot trailer for 16 hours a day. So the energy is very, very important.
True.
You don't want to be trapped on a trailer with people that you can't stand or there's just drama, because I've gone through that.
Yeah.
for years. So I just like that when I hire the people and I tell them the reason why, you know, I chose them, that they're like, oh, I didn't think about that. And, you know, it teaches them to be more respectful of others and to be more mindful of others.
Okay.
And just to have a good spirit, a good energy. Like, we should be happy to be here. You know how many people want to work in this industry? So
Absolutely.
hard.
So then how do you find like people? Do you have the intern for you?
PA, they usually start off as PAs.
Okay.
There is an internship program through the city. So we have gotten some interns that way, but usually a PA, or it's just like word of mouth. Somebody tells me like, oh, I know somebody, she'd be really good, then
And you interview them and all that kind of
Yes.
stuff. It's always about relationships.
Relationships is the most important thing. Yes.
Absolutely.
All the time, networking is serious.
Networking.
It's serious.
Yes.
Okay, so you've done like some amazing projects. Tell us about some of your projects and like what are your like best experiences?
Well, one project that is like my baby is Survivor's Remorse, because I worked on that show.
That show.
All 4
A lot of friends
seasons.
worked on that show.
Yeah.
I worked. I mean,
Cloud that looms over.
Well, it's like not your very best show, but
But no, that was not my favorite. I was just saying that show was my baby because I had worked on it for all
should get a
4
fan of the couch.
seasons. But Night School, Ride Along, I had so much fun on those sets. It was just a great time.
And it seems like the celebrities, they get so cool with like even hair and makeup and like the wardrobe.
You spend
It's
so much
because
time with 'em.
yeah.
Well, yeah. Kevin Hart.
He gave you a
Me
lot
out
of
every day on set. He would cuss me out, and it's like you walk up and then he looks you up and down, and whatever he finds, he's gonna go and crack jokes. And he's like, all I could do is sit there and take it because I'm not a comedian. I can't go against that.
Did he what's that comedian that messed up with at V103?
Cat Williams.
Cat Williams. Did he
Williams.
Cat Williams you? He went in.
He went in. He would go in every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Ether.
So okay, let's talk about specific projects. Like for example, Being Mary Jane. How would that work with like so many people? That's like a whole cast
Yes.
and then extras and
It's a lot.
what is like your everyday on set? Like what do you? What's
Every day on
typical?
set, so lots of fittings.
Okay.
I try to do
Okay.
get the majority of the looks in. I try to do before we even start shooting. So like during prep, if I can get as many looks locked in as possible, that's the best case scenario. But when you're doing TV, it's constant. You don't catch a break.
It's like real work.
Girl, real work.
So that check must be really nice. Let's talk about
cute.
that. Let's talk about the money. Is this
I might need to cross over
This is
to the
right.
wardrobe then.
No, I'm gonna tell you a story though. Real talk. On one production I was working on, I found out how much. I don't know if she was the key or whatever, but like a wardrobe person was making, and I was like, "Wait, hold up, what
Me
the
too.
hell?
Yeah, me too. Me too.
You can talk to
I'm
hair and
crossing
makeup.
over."
Yeah,
Hair
me
and
too.
makeup.
They did too?
No,
Oh, really?
Hey, I'm about to start beating some faces there.
you need to. I need to.
So how does that work? Do you negotiate? Is there a set rate? Like
Yeah,
your
it goes
caliber?
by like the tier, what tier the project is.
Wait. The tier the project
Look,
is?
don't ask me.
Okay. Technical.
That's a
Right.
Shayla
Okay.
question. Yeah,
Question.
it's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. There is room to negotiate, so you should always try to negotiate.
Yeah, of
I don't know if
course.
Shayla likes me saying that.
You always should try and up that. And then, like, if it's a show where you have season, on Survivor's
Yes.
Remorse and stuff like that, you always try and
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
go higher next
Yes.
season because that means we're doing well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And let me ask you this: do you make like residual?
No, I'm below the line. I'm what you call below the line, so I don't get residuals. Not
Okay.
yet. Like a Ruth Carter, she would. Like, with Black Panther.
Yes. Is that like some of your mentors
I love
or like
her.
idols?
That's
I mean, I love it.
Yeah.
I've only worked with her one time, but I learned so much from her. And she's just a good spirit. She's a good teacher. I love her.
I mean, she's a legend.
yes,
Right.
exactly.
Even I know that name.
And I got
Yes.
to work with her, so yes.
I did a short film, and Daryl Johnson. Do you know Daryl Johnson?
Yes.
Yeah, he
Yes.
was.
I know. I don't know him personally, but I know who he is. Yes.
Because it seems like all the wardrobe people know each other, all the hair people know each
Well,
other,
yeah.
all the casting people
Yeah,
know each other.
yeah.
But we worked together. He did an 80s piece, and I'm thinking like to do period pieces. That's so
Right.
like you gotta be like
Challenge.
challenging.
Yeah. You need to have enough prep time because that you can't just walk into a store and buy those clothes.
Right.
So that's a lot of pulling and going to rental houses. You have to rent a lot of those pieces.
Do you have a favorite era of clothing?
I typically do contemporary projects. There have been some projects that I worked on, like Almost Christmas, where we had a few scenes that took place from like I think 19.
Like flashbacks?
Yeah, flashback scenes. So I like the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. Even in night school, we had flashback scenes.
Yeah.
So when he was in high school.
Yeah, Kevin had the braids and
Yeah, the
shit.
FUBU. Yeah, the FUBU sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Ooh, shirt.
We found it, baby.
Right?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
buy
A lot of
up.
online. So you really you have to read that script.
yeah, you have to break. Well,
That's
we have to
very
break it
important.
down. Yeah, so we have a whole breakdown that we do. So it's like you go by the cost for each change.
Do you have like an app or like a program?
Yes,
Okay.
there are various programs that you can use where you
Okay.
can input all the information and then
And that's that's probably expensive. So
Yeah.
you have to kind of like invest. Right?
it is expensive, or
Okay.
you can have production pay for it.
Right. So you don't have to have it. That's not something like you bring with you.
Well,
as
typically
far
the supervisor
Oh,
usually
okay.
handles the budget stuff, and they typically have the program.
Okay. So you have a supervisor that's also in wardrobe.
Yes,
Oh.
they handle like the designer is the creative,
Okay.
and the supervisor handles like the mandates, the breakdowns, all of that stuff.
Okay. So what's the all right? We're almost done. But what's the next level for you? Like, what's your goals?
My goals, I would like to win an award. So I need to like level up, step it up. Yeah.
And there's like an Academy Award for costume designer.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. It typically period pieces win in those
Right.
categories.
Yeah.
But they do now have like a contemporary category.
Category?
Yeah. So
They should, because it's a lot of work on
Yeah.
set, all these hours, and you put in. Do you do like storyboards and stuff like that for yourself?
oh yeah, I have to do inspo boards. Like, well, I have to present before I even get the job. I have to come in with a presentation
Of that
to get
movie.
the job. Yes, whatever the project is, I have to have boards that I present to the producers, directors.
So
yeah.
so like for example, you're going up for a job. They give you the script.
Yes,
And
I
then you
break
have
it
your-
down,
uh-huh.
and then I make boards for each character, like what I think they would look like.
Wow,
That's
so
super
your
dope.
audition process is like,
That's dope.
Oh yeah,
Crazy.
it's real.
Yeah, that's real. So you
yeah.
can't just be like, oh, I dress nice. Let me try to get this
Yeah.
job.
Yeah,
here goes
no.
my portfolio, here goes.
No,
You gotta come present.
Yeah, I
So
have
do
to
you
tell
is there
myself.
schooling for this? Is there training for this? Or it's just
No,
hands-on training?
You could go to school and major in costume design, but
Okay.
it's experience. Like you just learn as you go.
Yeah.
That's the best teacher.
You
Like,
still love it?
I do. I love my job. I have days where I'm like over it, but that's with any job. But
Yeah.
I love what I do. Yes, I'm passionate about it. I love it.
I can imagine it and actually seeing it on the screen. Like,
Oh man,
seeing
it's-
Night School, that's the most recent one, right?
Yes, it's hard watching it because you're critiquing
Why?
every little thing.
What are you critiquing? A collar? Oh, his collar was out of
Yes.
place.
Yeah.
Yes,
Seriously?
I see it, yeah.
Yes, because if somebody's collar could be like this in one take and then this in the next
Yeah.
take.
Well,
and
That's
you're like-
continuity. That's
that
your
is
fault.
continuity, but it's something that'll drive me crazy. People aren't gonna know that that's the costumer's fault and not,
I'm thinking that's the script supervisor's fault.
No, that's the set costumers have to watch that.
Oh,
Yeah, I had that
dang.
eyes on. Yeah.
So you can't even, you need to be on set like,
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to take pictures and watch.
Which I did.
Yeah, watch
and if
the
it's like
monitors.
This
a whole
button was
group
hanging
like
this way, did they hang
Night
on that?
School, the whole like, 5
Yeah.
people in the scene together.
Well, there's more. There's multiple costumers. So it'll be like 2 maybe, and then they.
Golly, that's, whoa, Jesus,
Yeah.
get my glasses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
being on set is a lot of pressure. It's a lot.
I'm saying that's pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, have mercy. Well, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
So, where can people find you if they want to be in your DMs?
Let me just tell you, people have been in my DMs, but what you ain't gonna do
You're
is
not gonna
ask
do.
me for a job or advice,
In the
and then if
DM.
I say something you don't like, then you try to cuss me out or read me. Don't do that.
She gonna
Don't do that.
Diane you.
Y'all be doing that?
What you ain't gonna do.
Yeah.
So wait, give us a real quick example. Like
Right, 'cause
somebody,
I
right.
guess-
I just said something that somebody did not like.
But
and
what
then
could you say that they don't like?
that it doesn't make sense to join join the union if you don't have experience. Like, you know, if you don't have anything on your record.
I tell actors that.
People are like, oh, I could just pay to
Me
get in the
too.
union. But I'm like, don't do that. That
No.
wouldn't make sense. No one's going to hire you.
Yeah.
And no one's going to hire me. Well,
Child.
you know, go.
Delete. Yeah.
Do you? But
that
I'm
what
trying to
y'all
help
doing?
you. Do not
That's
waste
why.
money.
That's why they in your DMs and they don't got a job. Cause that's some.
'Cause
That's right.
Hey, it's a lot about attitude.
Are you
now.
are you in the union as an actor?
SAG?
Yeah.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's an off-camera conversation. You owe some money or something.
I need to book another
Guys,
gig.
yo, check it out. We have more show for you. Don't go anywhere. D, what show is this?
89.
89, thank
and
you
we
so
live.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I did it.
You did it. We'll be right.
89.
89.
89,
With
we live.
another super amazing special guest. This is super amazing
Super.
because this is one of my very best
Aw,
friends, Miss
yeah.
Shayla Cowan.
Yes.
Thanks,
Shayla.
guys. So before we start, God, I brought you a gift. Because this is my
Yes,
first
yes.
time.
Ah.
And it's my first time doing an interview.
First time ever doing an interview.
Ever.
Legendary.
Wow. And
Happy
I'm
history,
so
happy
birthday.
honored. I'm so honored.
Oh,
Thank you.
good.
Should
Yeah, I
open
remember
it now?
89.
You're going to.
Should
Should
open it
I?
now? Woo!
It's a gloss.
You know I love a good gloss.
I know. I wish I had asked you what your lip color was today, too.
Thank you, Shay. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
No, so this is your first. You don't like. You're shy. Are you shy? Is that
I
what
am.
it is?
I'm socially awkward, according to Will Packer.
Oh God.
But yeah, I am. I'm just not the person that's like, ooh. I
Yeah.
think that's why, like, I've been able to maintain my position
Right.
for so long because, I mean, I see a camera and
don't-
I go the other way.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's start from the top. Okay. First of all, this is Shayla Cowan. Where are you from? First of all.
Where am I from?
I mean, I know, but tell the people. They want to get to know
I
you.
don't know.
Right.
I'm from West Spoonville, Michigan.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So we would think Michigan mean Detroit.
Right.
But
Everybody.
No, I am from a Jewish community. Shout out to the WB. Yeah, and I, you know.
Did you go to an all-white school?
No, I
Okay.
mean, kind of. Maybe like 15% of color.
Oh,
But it
okay.
was like, you know, there was a lot. There were like Chaldeans and Arabics and Asians.
it was
And so it was
diverse.
like a
That's
melting pot.
That's cool. Oh,
really
sweet.
Oh, I look good on camera.
Yes, you do. Yes,
All right.
you do.
Okay.
So, okay, you were a dancer, right?
Growing up.
Growing up, you were a dancer.
Wait, hold on.
No.
No. Yes, I was a dancer. I technically trained dancer.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
Oh,
ballet,
oh.
tap,
Modern
jazz,
jazz. Okay.
hip
I
hop.
didn't get it until you was like,
Yo, we in
technically.
Atlanta.
Dancer. Wait a minute. You know where we at now?
Hey.
That's what everybody thinks they
Whoa,
dancer.
slow
Like,
down.
oh yeah.
Slow down.
She's shady, and she's my friend. Shady
No,
friend. Right
I
here.
did not mean that at all.
Oh, she a dancer?
No, that's what. No,
That's my career.
Shut up.
Right.
My point was saying that you used to be in front of the camera, like,
Right,
you
and
used
I
to be
did
a
commercials
talent.
as a kid and all that.
Exactly.
And then
so you always were kind of like in the entertainment industry.
to a degree, like my mom was the classic
Your
stage
mom is
mom.
so fun.
Shout out to Frida. Yeah, she was the classic stage mom, and I was always doing something, modeling and all that stuff. And then I like woke up one day and I think it was like an agent or a casting person was like, yeah, you work, but your hips are too wide. And then I was like, well, they not going nowhere. So then I was like, let me figure out something else.
Okay.
And then I worked in music for a bit for an artist, and then met Will and, you know, interviewed. That was interesting. My first interview with him was hilarious.
Oh God, tell us. So
Yes.
you work for Will Packer Productions.
Yes, I work for Will Packer Productions, but I started working for Rainforest Film.
Yes.
And I started actually as a crew member on a sequel, Stomp the Yard Homecoming.
Okay. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I remember that.
Stomp the
Yeah.
Yard.
Yes.
You worked on that too.
Yeah, so it was my
Yes.
first costume design gig.
Yeah.
So I interviewed with him, and the night before I caught an eye infection in both eyes. So my eyes
The
were
night before what? The night before
interview.
Oh.
And my eyes were bloodshot red.
Oh my God.
So Diane Ashford, shout out to Diane. I called her and I said, "Listen, I have this eye thing. It's not contagious." And she was like, "Was it gonna clear up?" And I said, "Well, yeah, but not by tomorrow."
Right.
And she's like, "Just come." And I went in there with a pair of Chanel shades.
Of course.
And had the interview. It ended up being a 2-hour
Wait,
conversation.
you did the whole interview with shades on?
Yes.
Did you explain yourself?
I mean, I told him I had a situation with my eye. But if anyone knows Will Packer, Will Packer can pretty much get you to do anything. And he convinced me somehow
To take off your glasses?
my sunglasses off.
Wow.
And he took a picture, which over the last 10 years has popped up in my phone.
Wow.
Which,
Just as a reminder,
Right. Hey.
yes.
I got this on you,
Yes.
right?
Yes. So, got hired. One of my duties was I was assisting him, and I was also assisting Diane Ashford.
Okay.
And one of my jobs with Diane, every morning I had to get her a wheatgrass from Artist Garden.
I'm about to say it wasn't the lunch, right? Because we know how she messed up the lunch.
Let me tell you something,
11 orders.
Diane had to have her wheatgrass. It had to be right, and I had to get it every single day.
Wow.
Diane.
Every day. And there was one day that the Artist Garden by where we were filming did not have wheatgrass. And I
They
was
were
like,
out.
oh, this
She
is
used it all.
I'm done. I might as well thank everybody and be like, see you at the rap party.
Right.
But yeah, and just I worked really hard. I had no idea what a producer did. So I really didn't know what Will did, the mechanics of it all, but I just knew everybody came to him for answers.
Okay.
I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And I always was early. I stayed late. I always had his lunch before all the other assistants
Okay,
had
one
their
thing
boss's
about
lunch.
Shayla you have got to know is this girl is a hard worker. I don't care what job she ever had. We've known each other way before Will
Long
Packer Productions.
time.
You always put 100% in a job.
Yeah, you have no
and
choice.
that, no, we have to tell the people because this
Yeah.
day and age today, these people, right?
Ooh, they
These
love
people don't know about work.
Lord.
And you can't even find a good intern now.
Man.
I think
what?
it has a lot to do coming from the Midwest. You know, we just are workers.
Okay.
You know, it's a Midwest thing. Shout out to the Midwest.
Okay.
I'm
I'll
shouting
take
everybody
that.
out today.
No, but seriously, so you think it was growing up that you just knew you had to just put 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I had my first job. I mean, aside from doing commercials, like my first job, technically, I was like 11, and I danced at bar and bat mitzvahs. So I was like, I know.
Your mama, wait, hold on.
She the goat, for real. She the goat.
You were dancing at bar mitzvah.
Yes.
Yo.
So I was attending a bar mitzvah and was on the dance floor, and the owner of Star Trek, shout out to Star Trek, they literally was like, "Hey, would you come and work for us?" And I was like, "What? Sure." And that was all she wrote. So I was literally dancing with like adults, going to bar mitzvahs
That is the
in my neighborhood,
Wow.
and literally did that like all the way through high school.
So from a young age, you knew about like the
yeah,
quality
like
of
I've been
work
making
and-
money a long time.
Right. All
Right,
right.
right.
Lunch is on you
Yeah.
after this show.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
yeah,
so all right, let's talk about Will Packer Productions. So it's a production company.
yes. So we have a production company, and we also have a media company, and then we also acquired two really cool. Exo Nicole,
Okay.
as well as WP Narrative, which is a brand studio.
Brand.
Yes.
Okay, let's
Yes.
talk about each one individually, right? Because we got questions.
yeah.
Beyonce, we got questions. Okay, Will Packer
Learn, I need to
Productions.
learn me something.
Shout out to the #1 movie in America.
Woo!
Nice.
Go see it this weekend.
Go see it.
Second weekend counts.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
Please
It is
go
so
see it.
funny. I
very
mean,
funny.
Sakina, you worked on it. #1 movie. You did your thing.
Amazing job.
First of all, how does that feel? It never gets old. This is you told us, in our friends group.
It's my 8th
Wow.
theatrical #1. It's my 11th theatrical film.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you.
Huge congratulations.
Wow, that's
Wow,
amazing.
that is.
Yeah, it's pretty surreal, and it's Will's 10th #1, which is like It's insane.
Yes.
Like
It's insane.
he's really a beast, and I think I'm so inspired by him. I'm thankful that I can work alongside of him every day, but I'm so inspired by just to see the growth and just how he has evolved and just how Hollywood has just really he made Hollywood understand who we were.
Okay.
And the type of movies we put out and the type of content and just, I mean, Girls Trip was just, I would say, a game changer.
Oh,
It was
okay.
like Stomp the Yard was a game changer for him. Then it was Think Like a
Levels.
Man.
Yeah.
And then Girls Trip.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I
That's
totally
it,
get
that's
that.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So I know you had a question.
What's your question, Jill?
My question is, girl, what was your biggest challenge in the transition from being an executive assistant to a producer?
You know, that's a really good question. I think it was just being
Because he's
able
kind of like an
to.
I'm
executive
gonna say,
assistant.
yeah.
So-
Right. So it's really just being able to show your boss or your superior that you can also handle a lot of things aside from just handling day-to-day lunch, scheduling. You know what I mean? Like if there's a talent issue, you can handle it.
Right.
If you have to have a conversation with wardrobe,
Right.
you know, if you're on set and extras, you know, the extras aren't looking right because casting didn't get them right and they
Say
didn't
that.
show right. You know what I mean? And then
Yes.
wardrobe
No.
is looking
I
at
hate
you
when
like,
that-
what are we supposed to do? So
Yeah.
then we all roll up our sleeves. And I
Right.
just
Figure
think
it
that
out.
Will was really kind enough to believe in me enough to put me in a position where I earned that credit.
You absolutely
You know,
did.
like it
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
given to me,
No.
it was earned.
Yeah.
And, you know, the one thing I asked when I did come on with him full time, because after Stomp the Yard Homecoming, about 3 weeks before we wrapped, he asked me to come on as his executive assistant. And I said, okay, that's awesome.
And you
but
know why?
Under
Wait.
one condition.
You know why he asked you? Because anything in the world you need to know, she knows the answer. I'll just tell you that right now. Any subject, any industry, if you don't know, DM her.
I
She
know
has
what to
the
call.
answer.
No, don't DM me.
See, told
No.
y'all, he ain't gonna give out the nuggets there.
No, seriously, Jayla, you know everything.
Well, I know who to
I'm
call now.
You know what it is? I'm resourceful, and I
Okay.
think that's
Yeah.
something that is really important. If you want to be an assistant or you're currently an assistant, you always have to be 1 or 2 steps ahead. And I always anticipated what the next move was and was ready for.
And that's a skill.
That's
yeah,
a skill
and
set for real.
it is
That
a
ain't-
skill,
yeah, it's
and
a skill
everyone
set.
wants to be a part of a camp or a
Right.
clique.
Yeah. Right.
But you got to do the work. Like
Yes.
this just isn't like we work hard. We play hard, but we work really
Really
hard.
hard.
Absolutely. Okay.
That's a
Yeah.
fact. Yeah.
All right, so that was the
that was a
transition.
good- oh, yes, that was a
yeah.
great
So okay,
answer
so
to it.
as a producer now, because we had some deep questions, you were like, "That's the Shayla question." So, do you get like a bunch of scripts into Will Packer Productions? 'Cause
Well,
you guys are
currently
with
at
Universal,
this time,
right?
Right. Yeah, we have a overall with Universal, and then our TV situation is with OWN.
Oh, okay.
Currently, we are
How's
not
it so-
accepting submissions, just because our slate is already full.
Okay.
But typically, our agent CAA or like James Lopez, he's president of production for Will Packer Productions. People will sit with him and they'll send scripts in. Heather Washington, she's one of our creative execs on the film side. She receives and reads a lot of scripts.
Yes.
And then on TV, Sheila Ducksworth, she's head of television. She receives scripts, goes out, finds writers and things of that nature.
And you need
So-
to know all these names. If you're really in this business,
Listen now.
you need to know who these people are because they're the ones making those decisions.
Right.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
prepared.
Yeah, and a lot of times people are like, I want to sit down with Will, I want to sit down with Shayla. And it's like, you should learn who everyone else at our
Yeah.
company is because
Right.
those are the ones that are really doing
Right.
the work that's bringing it in to discuss and see if it's a good fit for our company.
Okay.
Boom. 89. Pay attention to
89.
this episode now.
This is show 89.
Attention to 89
Some good
now.
nuggets, some good nuggets. Okay, so, all right, we talked about Will Packer Productions, so Will Packer Media,
Yes.
which I'm extremely excited about.
We are too. We have a show, an unscripted dating show.
Okay, wait, reality? Will
Yes.
Packer Productions
Now they-
Media doing
Yes.
What's
reality?
wrong with y'all
Yes.
bad self?
Okay, I thought reality, but no, reality's good.
Listen,
Hey, so you
it's
gonna
all
find
about
that
how
room.
you do it.
Okay.
And there's a show that we have called Ready to Love. Kelly Smith, he's our head of unscripted, great, super smart, and he created this show. where it's from the man's perspective. So you're hearing men how they feel and what they think as they're going on dates with women. It premieres on OWN.
This is so cool.
Yeah, it
So we're
premieres
gonna
on
hear
OWN
their thoughts?
October 23rd.
Okay, October 23rd.
And you'll see the dates and all that stuff. It's super fun. Actually, the trailer dropped today, so make sure you check that out when you have a sec.
Yes, a couple of those girls were on our show.
Yes.
And OWN came to our show too.
They did.
Yes, that was
Yes.
exciting. Thank you.
Anything for you, Genya.
No, but I'm excited about that. So reality, that gives like producers and people that content creators hope, because we don't think like a big production company would be into that.
Listen, Will is building an empire, and in order to build an empire and a media empire, why not?
Yeah.
You know, why not? You know, tap our foot in a bunch of different avenues.
Absolutely.
See what happens.
Sweet. Okay, so EXO, Nicole.
Yes.
That, I mean, we know her from like Nicole Bitchy. That's the blogger.
Yes,
Right.
yes, and she, you know, she went away and you know, just had to take a moment, had to take a breath.
Yeah.
And she came back rejuvenated, excited, and wanted to do a different style of blog.
Okay.
And EXO Nicole, her demo is like us,
Yeah.
basically, like,
Yeah.
you know,
For sure.
young, a little younger, but what the content that she puts out is all positive and inspiring and
empowering.
inspirational, and the stories on there. I always am like, how does she find these stories? But there's some really great
But
stories.
how
on her page.
did that even come about? There's so many bloggers. There's so many people.
Yeah, but our demo is mostly women. And why not acquire something that can continue that and also be able to be in the mix of blogging in that world, because that's where we're headed.
That's a good point. So you have to really know who your market is.
That's
Sure.
I said that research
Absolutely.
is important.
Yes.
Will's a marketing genius. Like,
Yeah.
he
It
just
seems like
he
it.
gets it. And
When you said the show about the male perspective, I'm like, man, y'all got a movie, What Men Want, coming. I'm like, that's not coincidence. Knowing I like watch every time y'all roll out a promotion. I'm just like, man, golden tickets.
Genius.
a lot of work goes into
crazy.
that. It does. And What Men Want is a movie that we did with Paramount, which is exciting. Is that my phone? Oh no, that's not my phone. Not me.
Okay, go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
it's Genya's phone.
Listen, honey.
Producer over here. That's $100 on set.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember those. Yup. Anyway.
Sorry.
But no, it's
Tell us.
important. It's
Yeah.
important to that same notion that when people are like, oh, I want to talk to and come here, and you got to know their demographic of what their shows and what
Yes.
their production company
Yeah,
does
absolutely.
before you even try to, because you talk about animals and nobody
Exactly.
you know. So
What
it's just
content you
what
have, you got to
content
see,
have
does
that-
this match that particular
I
platform?
learned that a lot of people
Exactly.
don't do that, and they think that they're just going to get picked up or somebody's going to snatch their
No.
thing and pick. But you didn't even do your research. You didn't
Right.
even know what the demographic is, what age demographic,
Exactly.
what
Thanks for sharing that. That is
Yeah.
very, very, very
nuggets.
important.
89 nuggets.
89 nuggets.
89.
Hashtag 89 nuggets.
Yeah, hashtag 89 nuggets. Everybody, hashtag it right now.
89 nuggets. Okay, so
Wow.
what's going on? What's happening right now?
89 nuggets.
You can't give
Yeah.
Shayla too much stimulation. She just like, wait. Slow down, guys.
Wait,
Slow
too
down.
much. Too much. Stop.
You know, like food.
So
Yes.
the last
It's gonna cost everything.
platform that you mentioned was the brand. The brand.
Oh, WP Narrative.
Okay, tell us about that. That
Yeah,
sounds
so
like that sounds like literature,
It's
books.
just, it's brand partnerships
Okay.
and coming up with creative, innovative ways to promote TV shows, films, products. And Trisha Clark Stone, shout out to Trish. Her and her team do an amazing job. They did a really dope campaign for the quad, and it was she basically had a hairdryer. Right? And you could watch an episode of the quad in the hairdryer.
Wow.
And anybody knows when you go to the beauty shop,
Yes.
you have to get under that dryer, and it is a fight
Yeah.
with your hairdresser because you're in there for 3 hours.
right, bored. You
And
done read
you
the same
hot,
magazine.
and you
Right, all the
uncomfortable,
time.
but to be able to watch a piece of content, so that's the type
That's
of stuff. Like, she does
dope.
That
really
is
innovative,
dope.
out of the
so
box.
you getting like 18 checks, Shayla?
Hold on. No.
Let's talk about that.
No, let's not. Listen, I'm well taken care of. Shout out to Will. Well taken care of.
Okay. Yeah, shout out to Will. I love Will because he's so supportive. Like, you guys are...
He wanted to come today, and I told him no.
Will, you should have called me because you know I would have said no.
No, I was like,
Could have hit the 89.
no.
Is he watching?
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't
Hey,
know.
Will.
What's up, dog?
Anyway, no, what I was going to say is that, Will Packer Productions and, the whole team, you guys are supportive.
Yeah.
So you have an office in LA. Obviously.
We have an office in LA, and then Trisha and our COO, Alex Bonin, is out of New York. And then we're looking in the A.
That's what I want to get to. Looking in Atlanta because why? Atlanta is popping.
Well, we film a lot here, and I don't know. For those that don't know, Will is based here, and it makes sense to have a hub here. So
You gonna be moving back here?
I don't know, maybe.
We were just talking earlier.
mean,
we were like,
fair
why does Shayla have an apartment? Because you're never in there.
I asked that same question when I pay that rent at the top of the month.
Every month, it's on the mind,
I
like,
gotta
why?
spend some time here.
Right. So let's talk about real quick the promotion that went into Night School. Like
Jesus.
#1 movie in America,
was-
guys. Shout out to Night
Listen.
School. Right?
Yeah.
It was so dope, but the promotion.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin was on a bus and you're
Everywhere.
all over the country.
In the
Everywhere.
rain.
We're in the rain. I'm like, that's
I know.
That was classic.
It was a lot. One thing that I've learned so many things from Will, but one thing that was really important, and I think it was Ridealong, was when we did our first big PA tour, and the studio was fully behind it, was that we can't ask our talent to take a week out of their schedule and hit all these markets and smile at all these people and do all these interviews and answer all the same questions if we're not in the trenches with them. And so that's why we were in all those cities, and if people follow me, you saw I hit every city we were in. I made sure people knew where we were, and it's so important because when you can get out and touch someone and do an interview with a local station, a Kevin Hart going into a local Dallas station, it speaks volumes. And it was fun. The rain in New York City was hilarious. We were drenched, but it served its purpose. The content came out great, and we ended up in the #1 spot.
Number one. Y'all go see it again this weekend.
Please go see it again this weekend.
like years ago. I couldn't picture the #1 comedian actor with standing in the rain with a bull. Like, no.
The thing about Kevin is it's a little, I don't feel like he's human sometimes because he just goes, and it's like you give him the tools that he needs and he just goes. Like yesterday he hit me, send me more assets, and I'm like, all right, he's on it, and he's on it from every angle. It's not for show. He's probably,
That's
and I'm
why
so
he's moving
inspired by
from
him as well.
The for hire work to producing
And partnership.
Yes.
Yeah. What he's doing is
good attitude. He's
he
one
does.
of the only actors who's always in a good mood.
Yes.
Really?
Always. And as busy as he is,
Yeah.
Right.
you would think that he would be moody.
no.
No.
Wow.
That's rare to find. That really is.
It is.
really is.
Because these celebrities, you know.
Hey,
But he's worked very hard, and he's earned it. It wasn't handed to him at all, and I'm
Right.
just so happy that I was able to be a part of the watch of his success.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
amazing.
Yeah.
The entire Heartbeat team,
Yeah.
they're all doing really well.
Yeah.
They are.
Okay, that's what's
Yeah.
up.
89, y'all. Huh?
Thank you. This is not bad, right?
No, this was actually really good, guys.
You gotta see the first of
see?
many.
You gonna come back next week?
These
Slow
people,
down, slow
let me tell you
down.
something. These people don't want to see me next week.
Yes,
I want
they
to see all
do.
your
Yeah, they do.
other amazing guys.
So this portion of the show, we typically do a movie or a TV show related to what we're talking about. So I want to know, what's your favorite movie or show with the best clothes? Can you think of a movie that all the outfits were dope? Can you think? Can you think? Can you think? Can you think? What about Everybody Hates Chris? With the throwback, the 80s. That brought you back to...
Period.
Well, I'm from New York, so
Okay, that did
I'm
it
from
for you.
Brooklyn. It did it for me.
Yeah. Huh. Wow.
I actually kind of like the wardrobe on Insecure. I do enjoy that. I like the mixes of like local LA designers with high end, and I like their wardrobe. Shameless is my favorite show.
I haven't gotten into that yet.
Yeah,
You did say it was so
I
good,
love it
though. You
so
watch
much.
it?
I haven't. I gotta get into that.
Yeah.
And then I just got into a show on the plane called Pose. It is so good.
What network?
FX.
Yeah,
FX, right?
FX is doing well.
Yeah, for real.
Right?
Yeah.
It's so good.
It
for
is
the costumes. Yes, that's it.
Yeah,
That's it for
Pose.
you.
So I gotta watch Pose. Pose on
Pose.
FX.
So good.
Shameless.
What season is it in?
It's just the first.
First season?
good.
Okay, good, because I'm only on episode 2, and Delta only had 4 episodes on the plane. So I was like, am I going to have to binge this weekend to catch up? Okay, good.
So it was really
It
good.
was so good. I was sucked in.
Okay, what about you? Clothes. Think about the
Clothes.
clothes, the wardrobe.
I would have to say, what was that? I think it was for me. I'm thinking about a movie. You know what? I'm gonna take it to a TV show. You know what I like?
What?
And I watch it every night because
What?
it comes on. It has to be either out of Martin.
I knew you were going to say Martin. I knew it.
And
Because you said
Princess
it's because it's still
Okay.
coming on. Oh,
Yeah, Fresh Prince is mine too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Fresh
just
Prince.
because like now that kind of 90s nostalgia is back.
Yeah, it's kinda
and
back
to
a little
see
bit,
it,
yeah.
and it was one of my favorites growing up. I mean, from cross colors.
Yes. Remember with the jumpsuit, the overalls with the
overalls is
one?
coming back.
The one strapped
like
down?
that, I love. Like that was like one of my favorite.
That is a good
Fresh
one.
Prince
That
of
really.
Bel-Air,
And
Martin
they
is
always had
my-
like. Do you think about colors? Is that important? Like colors
right.
Absolutely,
popping.
got you right.
Yeah.
Sakina, I will say this because I've seen the movie. Sakina did a fantastic job on What Men Want. I cannot wait for
I'm
you
so
guys
excited.
to see
I have my
what
boy
she
in that movie now.
did.
Aldous.
The way, I mean,
my
across
boy.
the board, she did such a wonderful job.
That must be such a like fun way, movie to play with because Taraji is styling,
And
right?
she loves clothes.
And
Yeah.
Taraji loves clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
She's willing to
it. It's
play and, like,
she's
let's-
She's like, I'm your Barbie. Just dress
Yeah.
me. And she
Take
does.
risks.
She meant it.
But do they really? Do actors have a say in like what their hair?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some actors don't
Different
like a
mate.
lot of
Yeah.
colors. Some actors like one designer.
Yeah.
Some actors don't like nothing.
So much.
Yeah, you deal with
Absolutely.
craziness sometimes.
Yeah, because
be-
you gotta understand a lot of depending on the actor, they may really get into the character depending on the type of role it is, and so they may feel like, well, she shouldn't be
She wouldn't wear
in
this.
designer
She wouldn't wear
clothes.
this, yeah.
She would wear something maybe from Ross or TJ Maxx, So
Okay.
yeah,
So
you have to
they're
allow
not-
them to express their creativity
I
because
was
they
about to
are bringing
say.
the character to life.
Yeah, they're not trying to be difficult. They're really talking about the character. Like
Sometimes.
I was about to say sometimes. I think that's a general consensus here.
It
Sometimes.
depends, right?
as a
it depends.
producer, do you have to like go in the
Shayla has.
trailer and say, let's have a conversation?
No, there's been times
Absolutely.
when, Sakina and her team have asked the actor to wear something and they just refuse to wear it. So you have to go in and you have to manage that situation and finesse and encourage.
A lot of psychology.
It
Yes.
It's like
Facts.
90% psychology.
It really
true.
is. Yeah.
And I think if they like you, they'll just do
Yes.
it for you. I'll do it for you. No? No?
it really depends.
Yeah. it's
Everything
Case
just
by case.
varies,
It's,
case by case.
Case by case.
But one thing's for sure, you gotta be a good producer. You gotta be good at your job. You gotta know how to talk to the people to
Yes.
convince them. Because it's like
absolutely.
sales. You gotta convince
is.
It
them.
really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
That's
It
why
really
I thought I'd be
is.
pretty
But you love
fair.
what you're doing.
I do.
What's next for you? What's
I
the
was
goals?
about to ask that. What's the next?
I'm living. You know what's so crazy? People ask me that all the time, and I think I just want to continue to be a part of building this amazing empire that is currently on the rise and just living my best life. Like, I don't have any wants or needs of anything. I'm really, really good.
I know, that's right. I know that's
I
right.
mean, I'm trying to get
Living
right
my
now.
best life.
Yeah, like, Will Packer, cover your ears, but I would do this for free. That's how much I have.
She didn't say that, but she said it. Yeah,
And
she
he
did.
just liked the thing, so y'all spoke him up. He was watching, and he was like, Will Packer likes this.
Oh, man.
Oh,
But yeah,
nice.
like, I really, even the days when I'm like, ugh,
Yeah.
but overall, like, I know I was destined to be in this position, and
Absolutely.
so that's why I always give 110%.
That's what's up.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for my gift. It's
Thank
so
you for coming.
amazing.
I know, right?
We
I
gotta
co-hosted
give a-
like the best episode, baby. 89.
Oh, God.
You like my nail polish color?
I do.
What
I love
color
it.
is it?
Red.
No.
Orange?
Orange.
Oh, because that's my favorite color.
Yes. Orange is her favorite color.
It really
I've never
is.
heard anybody with orange. That orange is her favorite
Yeah, it's
color.
the accent color in my office. It is.
All
It's my
right.
favorite color.
Yeah, it can be.
And it was on the night school poster.
Hey.
Shout out to our friend Fashion. Today's her birthday.
Happy birthday, Fashion!
Happy birthday,
Joe.
Fashion. And I'm wearing my necklace as well.
No one can see it.
And this is our little group that we have.
Nice.
It's our old lady gang.
We're gonna open a restaurant.
Right.
Where everyone lives. So LA, Atlanta, New York.
Yes.
That's dope. Yeah, that's dope.
Shayla bought these for us.
I did for a holiday.
Yeah, she bought it for all the
Nice.
I
girls.
need friends like this.
That's what I'm saying.
It was
Like,
a Christmas gift, guys. Like, I was
You know
out
what
giving
I got
gifts out.
Christmas?
Interview gifts.
It-
You got interview gifts.
Right.
no,
right.
Shayla is
It's my
actually
first time.
a very, very good friend.
That's what's
Absolutely.
up.
Thank you for coming, for real.
No,
thank
thanks
you
for
guys for
having me.
watching. Thank you,
Yeah.
Sakina. I appreciate you.
Watch Ready to Love, October 23rd. One place.
One
One
place.
house.
Oh. Tell Miss
Oh,
O I said
yeah.
hi.
Auntie O. That's the homie.
Thank you, Beyonce.
Hey, it's a
I
pleasure.
mean,
TBS.
amazing.
TPS in the building.
Yes,
representing.
you guys have known each other from
Yes.
being
Yeah,
at the
and actually,
studio.
our production office for Ambitions is on the
Yeah,
lot.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
we're coming around there, checking out the studio.
using
Beautiful.
that 500
It's beautiful.
acres. Yes.
It is amazing
It's
what that man
I'm
has
actually
done.
going after the show. I have
Oh,
to
yeah?
go. Yeah.
Me too. I gotta go back.
You gotta go back. You gotta go back. What you doing? What's you? Because you're in
Oh,
Atlanta. What are you doing in Atlanta?
We're in the planning phase. We're hosting a fundraiser for Stacey Abrams, Will Packer, his
Very
lovely
nice.
wife Heather Packer,
Yes.
Luda, and his wife Datsy is hosting this fundraiser at Will's house, and it's going to be fantastic. So
Nice.
just like the walkthroughs and the planning and all.
Are
that.
we all invited?
Yeah, tickets. Yeah, fundraiser tickets start at $1,000.
Yeah, I'm gonna say hi to y'all.
Yes,
I'm
because
away.
we are
That might
trying.
be worth the ticket.
We are
How
trying
about
to
that?
get this woman in
got my
office.
She got my vote for sure. She got my vote for sure.
We're welcoming all donations.
Where did they go? Where did they make a donation?
StaceyAbrams.com.
Oh, okay.
.gov.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I just went to her fundraiser 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, the women's one. Nice.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
one the other night.
Very, very nice.
John
We
Legend.
have to vote, guys. We see how important it
Gotta
is to
vote.
vote.
Please
Gotta
vote.
vote. Please
Oh, and
register.
Did
to
you see
vote,
what's
people.
happening on CNN? It is a mess.
A hot mess. Well,
Man.
this was an amazing show.
A hot
guys.
Cheeto mess. Get it?
89.
Every single Thursday, guys, we're inspiring and
I
informing.
made him funny.
all- Kevin, call her.
He doesn't think I'm funny.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I'll see you guys
It's
next
funny.
week for another amazing.
Who's on next
industry
week?
Scoop. We'll watch the promo. Watch the promo. You'll find out.
89.
You're coming back. Bye,
First of
guys.
many. First of many.
Bye, Will. Thanks for letting Shayla get this little
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Bye, America. See you later, Tokyo.
Right.
Let's you uproar challenge.
Hey,
Uproar
hey,
challenge.
hey,
Okay, Shay.
Hey. Hit him with the shoulders.
Hey, dude.
Trained dancer.
Hit him with the shoulders.
Trained dancer.
Ah.
Okay.
And every. Oh yeah. Shoulder work.
Okay.
Shoulder work. Shoulder work.
Are we out?
Yeah, I've been on.
Okay.